So part 2 of balance now. It's a tall order at the best of times, but the good news is that we can retrain, and just as a younger person can learn to walk a tightrope, that too can only be done by training, and that too can reach perfection. And the similar principles apply with people of our age group being able to make themselves more stable, make their reflexes work better, build up their strength, and achieve more mobility, so that all that's more possible. It can be done. Really do work. There's some falls prevention programs run by local government associations, 370 of them in the UK, and the results were really very impressive. Reducing falls, reducing hospital admissions by nearly a third, 29%, and with programs involving strength, suppleness, coordination and balance. So it's sort of generalised fitness regimes, often done as a class, but you can do it yourself at home, which is what this is about. Poor strength of the pelvic stabilises is a fundamental cause. Now, as we get older, we tend to get wobbly on our pins. We get that sort of tottering gait that we really have to ward against. We have to stop doing it. We have to stop being like little old people. And the reason that we get weak is that these gluteal muscles, there are three gluteals: gluteus maximus, which is the biggest and strongest muscle in the body, the muscle that's responsible for propelling us forward when we're walking. It's the main muscle of what makes up our butt. But gluteus maximus, medius and minimus, they hold the pelvis stable. Working this side, they work hard to stop the pelvis dipping on that side when you swing through on that leg. When the muscles here are weak, the pelvis drops like that. So when these muscles are weak, they can't hold the pelvis stable like here, and so it drops. So we tend to get what's called a Trendelenburg gait, which is that side-to-side tottering gait. And the only way to ward against that is to strengthen the gluteals, and the best way to do that is the single leg bridge. So you're lying on the floor with your feet close to your bottom, lifting up on both legs to make the bridge, and then extending one leg. So not lifting it any higher than the other leg, one leg than the other. It's much easier to go very high with that leg. Just keep it parallel to the other thigh, and you gradually increase the length of time that you would stay up there, up to 1 minute. And then putting the gathering strength of your abductors into action, if you like, is to be able to stand on one leg. Now, first of all, you hang on, then you go without hanging on, then you'd actually close your eyes, then you would actually take the arms out to the side, off from the shoulders like this, which gives you more stability. The final development of that would be to take the arms straight up above your head at 12 o'clock, which is a narrower base and harder to balance, eyes closed, and for longer and longer periods. These are very simple little exercises that you can do yourself in front of the bathroom mirror every morning. The ultimate exercise for balance, eventually with the eyes closed and for longer and longer periods. You can see she's got good strong legs. That's what we all need to have. She's good and firm here, which is what we all need to have. You can develop that more too. You can walk a single line with the arms out, and then you can go forward and back onto one knee then the other, again with the legs in a single line. You can do this first of all with the eyes open and then with the eyes closed, and then you can stand on one leg and be distracted by catching a ball. These are very advanced. They do require great concentration, focus, but that will really keep all your senses alert and keep them sharp, which is what we're trying to achieve. And funnily enough, so many people past a certain number of years, past a certain age group, hates getting onto the floor. But I always say to my patients, it's one of the most fit-making exercises you can do is simply getting on and off the floor. It's good for what we call your spatial awareness. It's good for you seeing the room from different heights. It's good for your balance. It's good for your coordination. It also uses the muscles down the sides of your body, which also get very weak, so that you find it difficult, for example, turning over in bed. So don't be frightened of getting onto the floor, because it's good exercise in itself. But really one of the best things you can do of all is Tai Chi. It's wonderful. I call it fluid motion yoga, but it's wonderfully rhythmic. It requires balance, it requires control. It's very good for the memory. You have to memorise the various little vignette pictures. It's a very, very highly sophisticated exercise and one of the best ways to re-educate balance. And there we go.